Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're looking at SanTan's Moon Juice.
Moon Juice Galactic IPA.
Now this one is what, 7.3? I know you can't read it without your glasses, but
7.3% alcohol.
65 bitterness units.
Yep.
They use Galaxy and Nelson-Sauvin hops. So,
I believe I've ever had a Nelson-Sauvin hop.
using some beers around here. So thank you, Mo, for sending this 12-pack, the Space Pack it's called.
Thanks, Mo.
And he told me he was going to try to send 4 Peaks beers this week, but I didn't hear anything from him, so I asked him if he sent it. I was curious to try 4 Peaks. All right. So this one's not as opaque, but it's translucent. You can see light through it, but not, you can't. I can see shapes through it, like.
It's like pool water. You can see in pool water, but heavy chlorine, but you can't read. It's not clear.
Yeah. Like the other beer, it has a pretty thick, fluffy white head, and this one's not as, well, it looks orange in the camera, but with the light shining through it, it looks gold. So depending how the light hits it, it can be gold or orange.
It smells like an IPA from like 20 years ago.
I think the Moon Juice has been on the market since like 2013. It's like, it used to be in the bottles, you know, it's like the older one from the company.
And this is one of the newer ones. Oh wait, this is Moon Juice.
Yeah, it's just a new can now, you know, it's the cans. But it had a different label, you know how now their labels are all like some kind of characters.
Gotta have the can art, man. Gotta have the
Yeah.
can art. Gotta do something to stimulate people to drink beer they can't see because it's in a can.
Yeah. Aroma. Not a whole lot.
It's IPA-ish.
Maybe a little hop resin, a little white bread. I know I say it every time, white bread, but it smells like the same thing every time.
Yeah, it's
Pleasant. It's just not bold.
It's got a little perfuminess to it.
Yeah, you're right. It's just not super aromatic.
Almost like a fragrance from a flower.
It's floral.
Interesting.
You know, people do use that term, floral notes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cheers. Taste
Cheers.
time. Now, if you hold the stem and not the
geez, procedures.
look,
Same thing.
where your fingers will touch, it'll make a chime. All right. Instead of a thud, like clunk or clink. Yeah, clink. It's bitter, and the bitterness is going to build, I think. Body's medium, finishes dry, not too sweet. The other beer was sweeter. This one's more bitter. But it's not really that bitter. I mean, I remember back 20 years ago, people would tell me,
It is bitter because the bitter isn't washing down, it's lingering. So the next sip is even more bitter.
okay, because I remember people would be really
It's like,
hostile
it's
to
like
drinking
hot
IPAs.
sauce, you know, if you consume hot sauce, some people can't take it. And they're like, oh, but and then they'll take another bite with the hot sauce and they're like, oh, it's hotter. It's pleasant tasting. I'll give it that. It is pleasant. There is a strong bitterness appearance on the tongue. It's sweet. The hops are kind of almost chewy.
Chewy hops.
Yeah,
Oh.
like it's lingering.
Yeah, the bitterness is definitely building.
I've had this beer before. Somebody else made it.
Maybe somebody bought they
No,
rented out a recipe.
maybe in some home brew or something. I remember we used to have get-togethers with home brewers and stuff. And
Tastes it like this?
Well, A lot of the home brewers, they would take other people's recipes and you know, tweak them and say it was their own, so you don't know what you were really getting. So this kind of tastes like again, it tastes like a beer I've had before, but I know I haven't had it because I haven't had any beers by this company.
I think it's nice, it's pleasant, but it isn't like remarkable, like, oh man, this is an amazing IPA. Y'all gotta try this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
it's subtle.
Yeah, it's a nice IPA.
It's like a Pinot Grigio almost. You know, Pinot is very, very delicate but yet powerful tasting grape that makes a special wine. And so this one's kind of like along those lines. I don't know if I could use an analogy between a wine and a wheat grape like that, and then this.
That's what she drinks.
Because the body is
Across the street, she only drinks Pinot Grigio.
okay. The body is
She might like this beer.
it's real pleasant. It's light,
Yeah.
but then there's a heavy presence of the bitterness from the hops. I'm not detecting any lupin, thank goodness.
No lupulin powder.
Mm-mm.
No breakfast cereal coagulation.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I like this one. I'm gonna give it a 90. I'm gonna give it a 93.
I'll go along with that. A 93, an old classic from Arizona.
That's what it tastes
From
like.
back in
Like
the
an
old
old
days.
classic IPA where somebody actually took time to develop it in a certain way that it would be pleasant. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. Thanks, Mo.
Okay, a 9.3 out of 10. A most excellent beer, and we're going to say this again. Go to Chandler, Arizona, and take a SanTan, founded in 2007, brewery tour.
Drink better beers, kids. And this is one.